I'd like to hand over to the recording from Ruth Innes.
Okay, so hello folks, my name is Ruth Innes and I am a Sustainability Manager for NHS Scotland Assure. My main focus within this post is on waste and resource efficiency. I've been in post for just over a year, and prior to that I was 22 years with NHS Highland, and the last 10 has been in that environment and sustainability role. But I'm going to speak to you today just very quickly around some of the areas that we have looked at around waste management. So at the top of the screen there, you can see some quite significant targets set out for NHS Scotland boards to meet in the NHS Scotland Climate Emergency and Sustainability Strategy. These build on the expectation that we had back in 2012 with the introduction of the Waste Scotland regulations, which was really to offer that source segregation as much as possible, and offer our contractors, our waste contractors, high quality recycling for onward processing, and also aim to reduce the volume of waste we are producing, and particularly remove that recycled material and landfill material from our clinical waste orange bags, which you can see in the corner there. That was just a clip that I took from one of our campaign posters that we are working on just now. It has been challenging, various reasons for that. I guess the main focus over the last year for me in this post has been on efficient and compliant segregation across waste streams, and looking at what's happening at operational level and providing advice where I could and training to the boards. We have fantastic waste management officers in Scotland. They are really engaged with this, which makes everything a lot easier. We are looking at training, so I go and provide a training course. It's 40 minutes, but it really looks at the compliance, the benefits of that good segregation, acknowledging the issues around that, but really encourages appropriate segregation, and makes the point around how damaging that is environmentally, and of course the finance element. Training been received well. We're looking to develop into an e-learning module, and I will work alongside the NSS team in Scotland to develop that. I've also recently reviewed and published the Scottish Healthcare Technical Note, which is basically a guide for NHS Scotland boards and waste management. And I am working in the sort of early part of this year, this coming year, on a Scottish Waste Management Action Plan. So a key area for us is working across sectors. I work closely with industry contractors and agencies such as Zero Waste Scotland and the Chartered Institute of Waste Managers to encourage communication across the waste sector and influence development as much as possible. So to give you an example of that, I work very closely with our Scottish Government Circular Economy lead, Wendy Rayner, who is fantastic. She's so engaged with this programme and has really pushed us on in terms of NHS Scotland boards. So we worked alongside Zero Waste Scotland, CIWM and Resource Management Association Scotland to develop a waste management route map for the boards, which basically set out where each board was in line with targets and noted where the improvements could be made. We looked at very specific projects. So an example of one was a trial on non-infectious plastic with NHS Tayside and a local contractor there. So really high quality plastic from that route. And, you know, it really influenced the national programme for us. I also worked with NHS Highland around co-collection of paper towels and food waste, so another area there. So both of those trial projects have been included in our ITT for the non-clinical waste contracts. So there was lots of reasons for focusing on those specific areas, but really it was to try and get it into ITT and develop further our resegregation. We mind the limitations in some ways with buildings and ageing estate. You know, we have to be mindful of these things. So I think that's it from me, very quickly, but thank you for the opportunity, and very happy to present or come back on another occasion. Thank you.